Good evening. This is Professor Asif Iqbal Mullah. So, in the last session, we were discussing about digital to analog converter with binary weighted resistor using binary weighted resistor. So, we'll continue our session today again with the same topic, that is digital to analog converter, but here using R to R resistor. The, the mainly the disadvantage or problem with the digital to analog converter using binary weighted resistor is that the binary weighted resistor, which may not be readily available, especially if the number of inputs is more than 4. The attractive alternative is to use R to R resistor for the D to A converter, since it requires only two sets of precision resistance value. So here it is a clearly given that so we cannot get different precision, means different value of resistors if the number of inputs are increased. Number of inputs up to the 4, it is feasible, but beyond 4 inputs, the problem is that we are not getting different value resistors. So therefore, so D to A converter with R to R resistor solve the problem which we are facing in a binary weighted resistors. So let's we see R to R resistor circuit diagram. So here you can see the circuit diagram for D to A converter using R to R resistor. In this circuit, you clearly see we are using the resistors of only two values, that is, one is R, another is 2R, right? So in this circuit, you can see R is 10 kilo ohm, hence the 2R is 2 kilo ohm. So therefore we are utilizing only two different values resistor here. So which solves the problem which we are getting in binary weighted resistor. So the R to R resistor analyzation is a little complex as compared to binary weighted resistor, because the here the circuit at the input side, the analyzation you have to do by using Thevenin's equivalent circuit analyzation, or you can use the current divide rule, right? So using Thevenin's equivalent analyzations, right, we will get here the voltage due to different inputs which is connected at the input side of this circuit. So see, this is actually 4-bit DAC. So 4 digital bits we are giving here through switches B0, B1, B2 and B3. B3 is MSB input, whereas B0 is LSB input. So if these inputs are high, then it is connected to plus 5 volt. You see, it is connected to plus 5 volt using switch. Suppose say if B0 is high, right, we are connecting this switch to here so that it can connect it plus 5 volt, right? So if B naught is 0, we are connecting this switch to the ground here, right, to the ground here, which gives the low voltage as an input to the B naught point, right. So using this concept, we can giving the input here to the R to R circuit, right. So let's we take one example as an input here, and we will analyze what is the output voltage we are getting, right. This is a circuit. Here the values for R and R, 2R is already taken, that is R is 10 kilo ohm, 2R is 20 kilo ohm, and here RF is also 20 kilo ohm, hence there is a no gain here, the gain is 1 here, right. So you can see, so if you analyze this circuit, suppose say you are applying here B3 as a 1, right, and B0, B1, B2 are keeping 0, 0 and 0, that is we are giving digital input here 1, 1, 0, 0, 0 for the 1, 0, 0, 0 digital input, right. So for this we need to connect B3 to plus 5 volt, right, whereas B0, B1, B2 we need to connect to the ground, which is you can see in this circuit, right. So what happened when you apply, you connect B3 to 5 volt and other input to 0, 0. So here you can see, so when you connect this here to the ground, here to the ground, here to the ground, you can see clearly this resistor and this resistors are in parallel. 2R is in parallel with the 2R, right. So 2R in parallel with the 2R, you will get 2R into 2R divided by 2R plus 2R, which will you will get here result is R, means if you calculate the parallel combination for 2R in 2R with the 2R, you will get the total resistor here R. This R is in series with this R, so therefore R plus R, it is a 2R, hence the total resistance for this whole network is 2R, right. So this 2R is again parallel with this 2R, because this point to this point connected to ground here, right. Then this total 2R is in parallel with this 2R, which will give you to the total resistance here is again R, right. So the total resistance again R is again here in series with this R, so this R plus this R will be 2R, the total resistance from here to here, right. See, this from here to here is in parallel with this resistor 2R, right. This total resistance 2R is again parallel with this 2R, will give you 2R parallel with 2R again, which will give you the total resistance from this to this is a 2R, R, right. 2R in parallel with 2R will be 2R here, so 2R in parallel with the 2R will be R here. So this total R is in series with this R, hence this R plus R will be the 2R, hence the total resistance from here to here is what, 2R, which is given in this circuit, it is a 2R, and this you can see this 2R is connected to plus 5 volt, which is we can see here this 2R is connected to plus 5 volt. Now you see this is exactly the inverting amplifier, right. So therefore for this inverting amplifier the input is plus 5 volt, input is plus 5 volt, right. So since the input is plus 5 volt here, right, so due to this inverting amplifier which is having a gain minus RF by 2R, right, minus RF by 2R, into the input plus 5 volt minus RF by 2R. RF is 20 kilo and 2R is 20 kilo. 20 kilo is divided by 20 kilo is, you will get the gain here is minus 1. The plus input is plus 5 volt and gain is minus 1 volt. Minus 1. Minus 1 into plus 5 volt, you will get the output is minus 5 volt. In other words, if you see here, the voltage is plus 5 volt and the resistance here is 2R, that is 20 kilo, and the current flow here is 5 divided by 20 kilo. The current is 0.25 milliamp, which is current flow here, right? So but the current flow in this resistor is 0 because this end is connected to ground and this is also connected to ground due to the virtual short circuit between V2 and V1, right? So therefore the current flow here is 0. So all current which is 0.25 milli which is flow here, right? And the current here is also approximately 0. So therefore whatever the current here is flowing here, which is I, that is from this circuit it is 0.25 milliamp. So therefore the output voltage which is drop across the RF is 0.25 milli into 20 kilo. 0.25 milli into 20 kilo, you will get the output voltage across this RF, which is output voltage is 5 volt. Since the current flow in the reverse direction, it is minus 5 volt, right? So therefore, so if you apply only B3, you can see in this table, right? So B3, right? So means B3 you connected to 5 volt, so it is taken it as a 5 here, right? So connecting B0, B1 and B2 0 0 0, you will get output voltage is minus 5 volt. Similarly, if you apply only B2, keeping B0, B1, B1, B3 as a 0, you apply only high to the B2, that is B2 is connected to plus 5 volt, remaining all inputs are connected to ground, and then you do the analyzation. The output voltage you will get due to the B2, here you can see the output voltage is minus 2.5 volt, right? Similarly, in the same way, if you apply only B1, keeping all the inputs are 0, you can see decimal equivalent binary 2 here, that is third line, okay, you will get the output voltage minus 1.25 volt, right? Similarly, if you apply B0, you will get minus 0.625. So you can see the pattern here. If you apply only B3, you will get minus 0.5 volt. In the same way, if you apply B2, you will get half of this, that is half of the output voltage when you apply B3, which is minus 5, that you will get here minus 2.5 when you apply B2, right? When you apply B1, you will get half of the when you apply B2, right? So in the same way, if you see at this input, when you apply B0, which you will get the half of B1, right? So therefore here, so when you apply B0 individually, B1 individually, B2 individually and B3 individually, right, we can get the output values, right? So if you apply the multiple inputs here, the thing is here, you need to sum up the individual inputs for those multiple applied input. For example, if you go through the line number 4 here, right? When you apply both B0 and B1 high and keeping B2 B3 0, at that time you have to sum the output, individual output you are getting by the B0, which is minus 0.625, and individual output which you are getting from the B1, which is minus 1.25. Together if you add, you will get the value here minus 1.875 when you apply both B0 and B1. The same case, if you see one more example here, so if you apply B0, B1 and B2, right? So you will get the sum of individual voltage you applied for B0, which is minus 0.625, and B1 minus 1.25, and B2, which is minus 2.50. When you add these three, you will get minus 4.375. Right? Same thing if you apply all as a high. So all individual output what you get for B0, B1, B2, B3. So you sum all those things, all those outputs, you will get the individual. You will get the output here for all the inputs high is minus 9.375. Right? You can also see here the graph which is given here, that is decimal equivalent of binary input versus the output voltage. So here you can see the steps. When you given the decimal equivalent of binary input 1, which is 0001, when you keeping B0 high, then you will get the output here is step. You can see the first step here, which is minus 0.625. Similarly for the 3 you can see which is minus 1.875. Similarly you can see for 15 here, when you keeping all the inputs are high, the output you will get minus 9.375. These are the analog output you are getting in the form of steps signal, in the form of steps, right? So here we have one formula which is derived by analyzing the above R to R ladder circuit for DAC. So output voltage is equal to minus RF into B3 divided by 2R plus B2 divided by 4R plus B1 divided by 8R plus B0 divided by 16R. Right? By using formula you can easily find out what is the output voltage when you are making the input B0, B1, B2, B3 high. In this formula, when you make this inputs B0, B1, B2 high, you have to take here plus 5 volt. So if you make this, if these inputs are low, you have to take 0 volt here, right? For example, if B3, for above our example, so for this keeping B3 high, in the sense we take B3 here as a 5, right? B2 here 0, B1 0, B0 is a 0, then these all three terms become 0, right? Only this term will be there, where B3 is 5 divided by 2R, right, into minus RF, right? Here minus RF is 20k, 2R is 20k, this get cancelled, and you will get the value here is minus 5, right? Similarly for the same case, if you say B2 is active, B2 is high, remaining all are 0, when this terms are 0, only this term is active, where B2 is high means which is plus 5 volt divided by 4R, right? 4R means here 40k, this 40k and RF is 20k. When you get cancel this will the denominator here become 2, right? And since B2 is 5 divided by 2, you will get 2.5, which is minus 2.5, you will get the output voltage. Hence we can say that the greater advantage of D to A converter, which is you seen in the figure 8.19a, is it is require only two sets of precision resistance value as compared to the many sets of precision resistance values we require for binary weighted resistor, right, which is quite complex, right. The only the thing is here the analyzation for R to R is a complex as compared to binary weighted resistor. So in this session we discussed R to R circuit. So we'll continue with next topic, one more topic in the next session. Till then, you take care. Bye. Be safe, stay informed.